Welcome to Open Arms, an honest conversation about firearms. Hey everybody, I'm your host Brian Lockerman, and today's episode is brought to you by Open Arms, an MB Studio production show. You can find Open Arms at openarms.tv. Today in the studio, I have a very special guest. Her name is Nicole Harvey. Welcome, Nicole.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Nicole?
Sure. Yeah, my name's Nicole. I grew up in West Hills, California. I'm 32 years old. I work in the film business right now, but in the future, I'd like to work with disabled adults as I did in the past when I lived in Oregon. I play golf, love golf.
So do I.
Yeah, I got to play golf.
Of
I feel like in
course.
Southern California, you have to play golf.
Oh, you do.
It's so hard, but it's a fun
It's
sport.
fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Good. Now, it's my understanding that you always were anti-gun back in the day.
Yes, I was until about like 25, 26 years old.
And why was that?
I was honestly just, all the shootings, school shootings, first of all, I couldn't have imagined being 15, 16 and having to wear a bulletproof backpack or worried about a guy coming in or a woman, it doesn't matter, shooting up the school. I was just sick and tired of that. And I felt like all these kids, their innocence was being taken away from them. And I just felt like the only way to stop it is taking all guns away. And I was just sick and tired of another day on the news. Oh, another mass shooting.
I understand.
You know?
Do you think the media swayed you a little bit?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah. Because what else do you see? You open your phone. You have the internet right in your hand,
Yeah.
no matter what. Social media is so powerful.
It is.
It really is.
And sometimes it's a shame that they do that to us.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was also not fully educated about it, right? You know what I mean? I just was like, no, never gonna own a gun, never want to shoot a gun, nothing.
And what you just said is why I put the show Open Arms up for the public to watch.
Right.
To educate people.
Right.
Now, the big question is, you turn now.
Yeah.
Now, why? How?
So I moved to Oregon when did I move up there? 2018. And Oregon, I tell everybody this. I was like in McMinnville, Oregon. And it's a different way of life up there.
Of course.
I mean, they hunt every hunting season, and they don't hunt to kill. They hunt to put food on the table. And a lot of my friends up there, they never buy from the grocery store, the meat. They go out and they get their meat. And my cousin, his name's Josh, he lives up there, and he took me to shoot guns when I went to visit up there once. And I told him, I'm really scared. He said, well, why are you scared? I said, well, this is just so powerful. And he said, you have the power in your hands. Don't be scared. Just breathe and shoot. And I did. And then every time I got to like texting, calling, I always would talk to him about it. And he just kept educating me on how the media really gets in your mind and how you, like he said, have the power of the gun. Now, if you know you're going to use it to protect yourself, to go hunting, and you don't want to hurt another human being unless you're in that situation, then you're fine.
Exactly.
And then, the more I went shooting, the more I'm like, okay, you're right. It's not the gun. Why was I thinking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you take the guns away, it's not going to cure everything. You know what I mean? So
That's it.
it really changed my mind on everything.
Well, that's good. And it sounds like you're going through the right steps too before you start shooting with the safety and things like that. That's always key.
For sure.
And you're right, though. The media does make it sound like it is the gun.
Yeah.
And it's not the person behind the gun.
Right. And a lot of people don't understand that. They just don't understand that the gun doesn't shoot itself. You leave a gun on the table, it'll never fire.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's what he told me. He said, put the gun on the table and never fire. It's the person behind the gun. And mind you, sometimes the people that are firing the gun that do this mass shootings, 9 times out of 10, it's mental health.
It is.
Or bullying or something along those lines.
100%.
And I was bullied in middle school. And I was called whatever you could think of because I came out at a really young age. So whatever I could be called, I was called. And I could understand. I got so mad and just pissed. And I beat the crap out of one guy. So it's like I totally get if you're being bullied, you're being pushed and pushed and pushed.
Okay, let me ask you this. And I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
It's really, really brave of you to talk about this.
Yeah.
Now, my thing about this show, too, is what I want to incorporate is family values.
Yeah.
Now, did you have a family where you could talk to about?
Yes, I have the best family I think I could have ever asked for.
Right there is key.
Yes.
Now, if you didn't have that, and a lot of kids don't.
Yeah.
And when they harbor all that.
Yeah.
And what do?
They just explode. Yeah.
They explode because they watch video games, and then they think, okay, I'm just going to
Yeah.
shoot up the school or something
Right.
like that.
And social media. I mean, if you think about it, where did they get the idea from? They don't.
Exactly.
I'm telling you right now, when my mom was my age or in high school, no one ever thought to grab a gun.
No.
And a lot of the times it was easy to buy guns back there. You never had to get a background check or anything like that. So the guns was most likely in the car in the parking lot.
It's funny you brought that up because the show right before yours, we talked about that. Back when I was a kid, you go to the gun store and there's barrels of guns.
Yeah.
You go for $10, $20, walked out of the store.
Yeah.
Was there mass shootings back there? Was there all this kind of crazy?
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
And even if there were, you wouldn't really hear about it
No.
because there wasn't like their TV how it is now. Like
Exactly.
it's in your hand.
It's in your hand.
Yeah, it's crazy.
When something happens that second, you know about it. Right
Yeah,
away.
yeah. I
That's
always
true.
tell a lot of people that too. It's like, I find myself very lucky to have the family that I have. I came out at 13. My parents were like, oh, well, obviously we know because I dress, like boyish. So it's like, obviously we know. Like, you're just finding this out? Like, we already knew. And they were just so accepting and like took a lot of my brother's friends in. And so I just think that having that really helped me. I mean, my parents saw me going through something in my life and they put me in therapy right away.
That's fantastic.
I've gone to therapy since I was like 10 and my therapist saved my life. Like, she's the best. And, there's people out there that don't have people behind them like that.
I know. And
Yeah.
I see that. That's, again, that's what the
Yeah,
show is
it's
all
sad.
about.
It's really sad.
I
Yeah.
feel very fortunate having a family like I grew up in.
Yeah.
To be able to talk to my mom and dad.
Yeah.
To be able to discuss them about problems I'm having in school or whatever.
Yeah.
It's great. And nowadays, kids just don't have that.
No.
And
no.
it's sad. It's sad to see
It's
that.
so
And I
sad.
see it. I see
Yeah.
it happening to these
Me
kids.
too.
And they're sheltered. They're like they
Yeah.
want to just curl up in a ball.
Yeah.
And they're not outgoing. They're not. What happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to bring that back.
Yeah, me too. That's
what I wanna
amazing.
do. And
Yeah, I
that's-
love that.
And again, that's why we're tapping on all those subjects on the show: the safety,
Yeah.
the family,
Yeah.
Second Amendment, of course.
Right, of course,
'Cause
yeah.
We don't want our rights taken away either.
Right. No, God, no. I mean, I couldn't imagine what would happen because I know in Canada, they took away all guns or
Yeah.
all handguns
Yeah.
or something like that. I couldn't imagine if that happened here.
No, I know
It would cause but even if I would be so angry because I had my concealed carry in Oregon and I planned to get it here and I would feel like my rights got taken away. Like,
Oh.
you're taking away something that it's ridiculous.
Well, they're slowly trying to do that with all these laws we're putting, especially in California,
Right.
with the drop test and things like that, trying to eliminate guns from the gun store.
Right.
And these are just things that we have to really just try to stand up for our rights and try to write to your local congressman,
Right.
try to have a voice out there.
Right.
But again, those are things that we just got to try to tackle.
Yeah. But sadly, there are more. I actually have a question. Do you think that there are more people that are for guns or not for guns?
That's a very good question. When I first started this project, I
Mhm.
thought that we were going to get chewed up by the
Yeah.
anti-gunners and and
Yeah.
all the pro-gunners are going to love us. So my producer and I did our first PSA on high-capacity magazines,
Mhm.
and I was waiting to hear from the side, the non-gunners saying, "You guys are nuts here,"
Yeah.
but just the opposite happened.
Wow.
We start getting emails from them saying, I'm not saying I'm pro-gun,
Right.
but what you have done is actually opening my eyes and ears.
Wow.
Maybe we are doing something
Yeah.
wrong.
Wow.
Maybe this is not the right way to
Right.
regulate gun owners.
Right.
So with that said, I knew we were onto something
Yeah.
right.
That's amazing. Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. To educate people, to actually have them see these things.
Yeah.
The safety, how responsible a gun owner is.
Yeah.
It's take those rights away. It's not going to stop crime.
No.
It's not going to do
Right.
that.
Not at all.
you know?
Also, if you take away guns, you really don't think people will buy them illegally?
Exactly. And most people that are committing crimes right now are buying them
Right,
illegally.
right.
They're ghost guns.
Right.
They're buying them off dead soldiers in South America.
Right.
Bringing them over the border. So it's not like they're going to walk into the gun store. Oh, I'm going to do my background check.
Yeah.
Oh, this would be perfect for a bank robbery.
Yeah,
today."
exactly. Right.
Okay, you got all my information?
Right. Yes.
See you soon.
Yeah, because a lot of people probably don't know there's a serial number on the gun.
Exactly.
And it's what forensics is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
They can detect anything.
Yeah,
It's unreal.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's amazing.
So I would like to ask you, what kind of guns do you own right now?
So right now I own a 9mm. It's a FN 509.
All right.
That was my first gun that I bought, and
Very
I got it practically brand new. The guy shot it once, didn't like it. I happened to walk in right after him, and the gun store said, "You should buy this gun." And I said, "Okay," and I bought it. And the
Yeah.
guy there talked to me for like 2 hours about how to operate it, helped me take it apart. And but yeah, so I have the 9mm and I have a 12 gauge shotgun. I can't remember the brand right now or who it is right now. And then my dad and I are gonna start a little collection too together. So he just bought a Smith and Wesson and a Beretta.
Oh, very
Yeah,
nice. Very
yeah,
nice.
yeah, yeah. So
Now,
those
has
are
your
all-
dad taught you safety over the years about gun safety?
Oh yes, safety is his number one concern.
Beautiful.
Yeah, my
I
dad
love
used to have a
hearing that.
huge gun collection when I was a baby. I think
Oh,
I
wow.
was like 2, maybe younger. When he got to a really bad car accident coming home from work, ran into an 18-wheeler, lost his memory, and he couldn't remember if he locked the safe. He had like 30 guns,
Really?
and he had to get rid of them all. He sold them all at Turner's,
Ah,
put them on consignment, and sold them all back then. And he kept one and gave it to my grandfather. And when my grandfather passed, he got it back.
very nice.
Yeah, yeah. So guns, even though it wasn't around when I was a kid, we didn't really talk about it much. But then when I told my dad, I think I'm gonna buy a gun, he like talked to me forever. Like if it was like 5 hours, he's like, you have to remember this, remember that, be safe, be this, be that. Always have the safety on,
There you go.
Yeah.
That is really a good part of owning the gun is
Yeah.
the safety part of it.
Yeah.
Are you trying to possibly get a CCW in California?
Yes, definitely.
Have you started the process yet?
Not yet. I'm going to because I am my ID is in LA County,
Okay.
but it's easier to get it in Ventura County. I live in
Absolutely.
Ventura County with my best friend, so I'm going to change my ID.
I know that's another.
Isn't that
stupid-
crazy?
It
It's
is,
I mean
it
it's
is.
like right next to each other. He got his in like 3 months, and then my dad's on the list, and I know people that have waited years.
Yeah. It's
So it's why do it on LA County when I could do it Ventura County.
exactly.
But I had my CCW in Oregon, and I actually have my conceal for Utah and Arizona. So in Utah, technically, I can carry in 30 different states, not
Yeah.
California,
I got
Washington.
I
yeah,
got
I
that
have
same
that.
one.
Yeah.
I got California, plus I got the all
Yeah.
state one as well.
Yeah.
Did you do your qualification course, something like that, to get your?
In Oregon, so you just take a 4-hour class,
Uh-huh,
and that's about it. And I learned so much from that instructor. I mean, like I couldn't believe
Exactly.
it. I was just there for 4 hours. I
Exactly.
just
I'm
couldn't
telling
believe
you,
it.
these safety classes work.
Yes.
And I'll tell you
yeah.
right now, when I was 12 years old and before I had to get a hunting license in Pennsylvania,
Mhm.
you had to go through a hunter safety course.
Right.
And I learned as a kid. I mean, as a kid, you don't want to learn, but I learned some
Yeah.
stuff like, oh my God, that's right. When you're working a field, you should be in a straight line. I shouldn't be out in front of my buddies.
Right.
And I've been in front of my buddies. Oh, I got to watch that.
Yeah.
Different things like
Yeah.
that. You learn,
Yeah,
and it makes you safer when you go out there.
for sure.
So you're not just willy nilly going
Yeah.
out there and getting hurt or hurting
Yeah.
somebody.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know. And in Oregon, so many people ask me if I liked it up there. I loved it up there. I plan on moving back there. They have classes for young kids. I think you have to be 8 or older. They take you hunting. They teach you how to operate
Really?
a gun. Yeah,
Oh,
they
that's
teach you how
nice.
to operate a bow. They teach you everything, and everything's free. So
Really?
you can go hunting. It's a free tag. Yeah, you get to keep all the meat. Yeah, and they teach you at a young age, so okay,
Wow.
like you're taught properly. It's a free class up there.
That's really I never knew that.
Yeah,
That's good
yes.
to know.
Yeah, I didn't meet one person in Oregon that was like, well, where I lived, I didn't live in Portland, but where I lived, they were like all about like guns and gun safety, and how to do it properly.
That's very, very
Yeah,
good.
it's lovely up there.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, oh my God, it's beautiful.
It
It's
is.
beautiful.
I know.
It's beautiful.
I have an uncle who lives up there.
Yeah, okay.
Hunter, fisherman,
Yes,
the whole
yeah,
deal.
yes.
I mean, I grew up hunting with him back in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I've never been hunting, but next time I go up there, we're gonna go. But yeah, but I mean, and I felt safer with my gun. Luckily, my best friend has his conceal out here, so like we'll be out, and I have anxiety because you never know.
Oh,
And I got used to carrying my gun on me. Now I'm like, oh my God, I feel so naked. Oh God, what if someone comes in?
Yeah.
So I'll always ask him, hey, I go, you. And he goes, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, at least we have something here.
You're covered.
Okay, yeah.
good.
So
Well, I really appreciate this. And I really appreciate you, telling stuff about
Yeah.
you. It was very, again, I say it again, it was very brave of you.
yeah, oh yeah, I'm an open book.
I respect that.
Yeah,
And I'm so glad you had the family behind you
yeah, me too.
to get where you are today. And I'd like to have you come back maybe
would love to,
after
yeah.
you get your CCW and
Yeah.
talk to us about how that experience was.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic. And we also want to invite you to our range and our safety class program too as well.
I would love to.
Because our range is very close here.
Yes. Yeah.
And just have a good time.
Oh my God, I would love that. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe,
definitely.
Teach a few things up there too.
I would love that. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, what you're doing here really helps, and I think it will. And I think what you're doing here, it's really awesome.
I appreciate it, Nicole.
Yeah.
I think it is. We get this show going and the public starts watching it. It is going to change minds.
Yeah.
And it's also going to possibly save a life.
Yeah.
And if we save one life, we're doing our job.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know? And I think people are going to start waking up.
Yeah.
And understanding the importance of gun safety.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a very good project.
Yeah. And I think if, the people that are watching this that aren't for guns, I really think that if you just go into any gun store and you can talk to someone, and they'll tell you how it's done properly. It's not like you buy the gun and then you can go shoot it wherever you want. There's so many laws and regulations.
Exactly.
So, and maybe they'll be taught something different there. Or, I'm happy to talk to anyone. You know what I mean? Anyone.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I was not for it. And now I used to carry one on my hip every day.
There you go.
And I have friends that were at Route 91 when that shooting happened, and they were like, no guns. And then I was like, wait, don't do that. Like, let's talk first,
Yeah,
So,
no doubt.
so there are some people you will never be able to change or get to.
That's true.
That's okay.
That's true. You know what? Hey, I respect that too.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not saying you have to be that way or this way.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what we're doing is we're trying to make it safer.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Exactly.
Yes, yeah. Yeah,
All right,
this is
Nicole.
great. Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you being on the show
Yeah,
today.
thank
It
you.
was fantastic.
Yes.
Loved having you. We'll
Yeah.
have you back in for sure.
Yes, definitely. I would love to come back anytime.
All right.
Yes.
Sounds good. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And please follow us on Spotify, Apple, and follow us on Instagram. Comment below if you want to be on the show. It doesn't matter your opinion. We'll have you on. And again, always remember, safety, family, and the Second Amendment.